Hey guys, so we're having to postpone our model home opening event until further notice. I'm going to tell you why when I return on the Eric McNeil Be Free Show.
Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Hey guys, welcome. You've just discovered the Eric McNeil Be Free Show, where it's all about being financially independent, responsible for self, enjoying life, and empowering others. Free. So today, this is a difficult video for me to make because, usually I like to be, on time, on spec, and on budget. I don't like to be late on things, and this is a difficult one because this is the second time we're having to postpone our model home opening event. It doesn't make me feel happy, but it's, it's something that we have to do. Yeah, we're having to postpone it, and this time I don't even have a date as to when it will happen. I mean, I'm hopeful. Hopefully it will happen in January, but I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. As many of you know, if you've been following me, you know that we are building the model home. We're almost finished, by the way. But originally, it was supposed to, the event that we were planning was supposed to happen on November the 20th. And because of all of the rain delays, that was just like a so we moved it to December the 18th, right? And now we're having to postpone that until, oh my goodness. So anyway, we're having to postpone yet again. And this time it was just really, for several reasons. One, I mean, we're still not 100% finished. I guess, we could have rushed it, but once, I saw how things were going, I didn't want to rush it. And then, you may have heard me speak on one of my previous videos about the carpenter. Or he's actually not the carpenter, but he's the guy that works at the wood mill, the timber mill, and he cuts all of the doors for us. And he wasn't working on our project when he had his accident. He was finished our project, and we had most of our stuff already delivered, although he still have a few items. But he ended up cutting his thumb off, and that's another issue. We end up, even though he wasn't working on our project, we still end up paying on helping him with his hospital bill, his surgery. But yeah, so that was another thing. I might put a picture up. I'm not going to put the picture, showing the thumb off, but I'll put maybe the picture up where you see the cast. You'll see like, after they did the surgery and put bandages on it. I'll put that picture up. You can look at that one. But yeah, so that was another thing. And like I said, we had most of the items already delivered to us, but he still have some of the items, and only God knows when he'll be back. Yeah, so that was another thing that just kind of delayed us. And then too, I wasn't really happy with the entertainment. We hired like the police band, and then we had the Somanya Catholic Church Choir, and I felt they needed more practice together, right? They just somewhere, because the police band is way on, the other side of town, and then Somanya Catholic Church is here, so they were both practicing, and they sound good, but when they came together, it wasn't right. One group was following a different beat than the other group. So when it came together, it wasn't there. So we had to set them straight. So, we can get the entertainment right, because, we put a lot of effort into this. And, of course, the police band didn't want to hear that. We have to reschedule because the Ghana police band, they be like scheduled like months in advance. They don't like you changing no dates, so that created a little chaos there. But we'll work through it. And then the biggest thing is that, being me, I felt that, I feel that we should have representation, somebody from the president's office at the event. And if not the president, the vice president. So I said, let's extend an invitation to the office of the president. And so we did that. And they have not accepted. But what the people said, in their party, they say, if you guys want to try and get them there, it's not going to happen in December. You can forget that one. And then even on the date that you have, December 18th, they say there's a delegation going on, and all of the top politicians, including the president, they're going to be in Kumasi, on that so you can forget that. So they're not confirmed that he will come, or the vice president will come, but I felt that this event was important enough where somebody from the president's office should be there. I mean, the president was just in my old town of Atlanta, Georgia, maybe last week, and giving a speech to the National Black Caucus of State Legislators, trying to lure African American investors here to Ghana. And I feel that, that what we're doing is so significant to Ghana that, we deserve to have representation from the president's office. And like I say, I don't know, and once we started speaking with them, even trying to get meetings has been very difficult because I don't know if any of you guys follow politics here in Ghana, but if you follow politics here in Ghana, you know that over the last 2 weeks, there's been a struggle in Parliament over the budget, over the new budget. So the budget hasn't been finalized because, there's two political parties here, just like in the U.S., and two major political parties, and that's the NDC, which is, I guess, kind of the Democratic Party, and then there's the NPP, which is more of the Republican type party, conservative. So the NPP, the president is NPP, the Conservative Party, and they tried to pass a bill, a budget with I guess they want to tax the digital cash, the Momo cash, and they're saying they need to tax that. So it's created a big uproar with the NDC. They wouldn't pass it, and so you know how it is with the budget. I mean, it's, I think, the same thing now that the U.S. may be going through now with the budget. So you have to get the budget passed. Those people ain't gonna be getting paid. So it's created, so everybody that we were supposed to meet, they just like, hey, we can't meet you now, because all of the top ministers and, from housing and works to this office, that they're all trying to get this budget passed, and every day they're going to the House of Parliament, the Parliament House. And so, as we're trying to get meetings with them, they're like, we can't meet, until this issue is resolved. We really have no time to be meeting with you guys. A couple of them met with us. We had to actually go down to the House of Parliament and, catch him in between the sessions and stuff, you know, like the last time we went to meet with like the director, communications director of the NPP party. I mean, we must have waited probably 7 or 8 hours, you know, because once, you know, he get there to the House of Parliament, you know, and they start the session, you can't get them, you know. It's like cut off from you. So we waited the whole day, and we just caught him as he, you know, he said, hey, I'm coming out now, and he spoke briefly to us as he's going to go back to town, you know, and we actually rode in his car with him, you know, so that we can have a meeting with him. We got in his car and we rode back to town with him and his driver. So, but he's like, you know, it's extremely busy. I can't really do meetings yet, and you know, and the people that you want to meet, they're willing to meet you, but until this budget is resolved, nobody's going to really listen to you guys. So so we don't know how long that's going to take, and it's like, you know, we can't commit that, you know, the president is going to attend, but it ain't going to be in December. You know, you might be able to get somebody to attend, whether it's the president or vice president in January, but we don't know. So we just decided to postpone it, guys. That's my, you know, attitude is just like, hey, this thing is too important. And, you know, some people have told me, some of my friends have told me, Eric, why are you getting, you know, politicians involved? But listen, no matter what you say, when most investors come here and they start looking at whether the project is valid or not, they rely on what the politicians tell them. They rely on, you know, the Diaspora Affairs Office over at, you know, the Jubilee House, or they rely on the Ministry of Works and Housing to say whether the project is valid or not. So, and you know, and mostly everything we're doing has to have some kind of you know, stamp of approvals from government. So it's not like we can just do this project as large as it is and ignore government. So if we going to have to work with government anyway, I would prefer to have them come to the event and, you know, whether they say a few words or whatever. I feel that, you know, it will help give the project more validity, if you will. Because it's just such a large project and it's significant to Ghana. I felt, you know, and I feel that it's something that they should be involved in. So yeah, that's my reasoning. You know, and I know people like government. You know, I just met with one of our potential buyers down in the Medina area the other day, and I went, well, not Medina, but the East Legon area, and we sat down, and he was like, you know, do you really need the government there? He's like, that scares me with the government. I was like, well, we already work with the government, you know, all of these approvals and stuff got to come through the government, land approval and the building permits, and so we already working with the government. We can't ignore them. I mean, you can, you know, create a line where you say, hey, we're not going to get involved in certain things that the government might push, but you can't ignore it. So it's like, so yeah. So at any rate, we're still excited, we're still hopeful. If you saw my previous video, you see that we've gotten a long way on the house. We're almost there. So, you know, if you want to come visit, you know, we'll still continue to sell houses. We'll continue to accept visitations and things of that nature. So, you know, people are still buying. But it's just that this, you know, kind of marketing event is going to be postponed. If you want to come visit the home, we do that on Saturdays and Sundays. So the weekends is when you can come visit. So, you know, you just arrange with me, and, you know, I'll take you out there and show you what we're doing. So so it's not going to stop anything. We'll continue to market. We'll continue to sell. But it's just that, you know, this event that people are looking for, and you know, everybody has their expectations. We sent out a lot of invitations. We've invited a lot of people, and we have to go tell these people, no, it's been postponed for the second time. And we have a lot of politicians, by the way. You know, there are a lot of top politicians who have been invited as well. So, but mind you, that even though, you know, we're having to postpone this again, it will happen. You know, time, I don't know, but it will happen. It will happen, and when it does happen, you'll see that it's going to be well worth the wait. You know, it's going to be well worth the wait. Okay, you know, I mean, what can I say? Hey, you know, this is not something that makes me happy when we have, you know, something, you know, this type of delay. But I felt that it was necessary. But the house will continue, and as soon as we get this model home up, we'll be breaking ground on like maybe 6 or 7 more homes, even 6 to 10 more homes we'll be breaking ground on to start those homes. So yeah, well, we are definitely, you know, good thing is we're out of the rainy season now. We're in the, you know, the harmattan season, which is the dry season. So, you know, once we, like I say, get this model home finished, then poof, we're gonna break ground on the next set of homes, and that's gonna be about 6 to 10 homes. And you know, whether we have done the event or not, we will be breaking ground on those homes. So you know, we're excited still, and the show goes on. Just, you know, a few setbacks, so please bear with us as we get through this. And for those of you who have already supported us, you purchased and believe in us, then we definitely thank you, and you know, you won't be disappointed. I assure you that. You'll see that your money will be, you know, your money that you're spending is going to buy you a lot of value. Yeah, the homes are going to be great. At any rate, if you like what we're talking about, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, let me know what you're thinking, give me your feedback, and you know, if you haven't already done so, go hit the website www.migratingculturecrossing.com and purchase your home for half price with our half price promo. Only thing you have to do to get the half price promo is prepay the full amount and wait 3 years to receive the house. That will get you 50% off. Now, if you're willing to prepay the full amount and wait 2 years, that'll get you 25% off. And if you want 12.5% off, then you prepay 60%, and you pay 20% when we get your walls up, and you pay 20% when we get your roof up, and you still wait 2 years. And if you just want the regular payment plan, and that's the prices that you see online with no discount, well, all our pricing is good. Even when the prices you see online is still good for the value you're getting. But if you want that regular price you see online, you pay 30% up front, 30% when we get your walls up, 30% when we get your roof on, and 10% when we complete your house. And you wait 2 years to get that. So, you know, my suggestion is, you know, if you can afford to do it, go ahead. It's a half price home, guys. A house for half price if you're willing to pay up front and wait 3 years. So you're going to wait 2 years no matter what plan you do. So just wait another year, guys, and get your home for half price. No brainer. All right, so you can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Eric McNeil is free. And as always, hoorah, ahuru. Now be free.